Hey everybody. Just doing a quick live stream because there's some interesting developments in the world of JW nonsense. I've got with me tonight Stacy Lopez. Hello.
Hello.
You're not going to be able to see
Howdy.
her or me, unfortunately. I don't have a webcam anymore. My life has been a little hectic, so we're just going to do it old podcast style. But as hectic as my life is, everybody else's really is too, I'm sure. Stacy, you got like two jobs and you're in college, you got kids.
With three jobs.
Oh, 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 excuse me. Sorry.
But three part jobs.
Three jobs. Yes, your life is extremely chaotic, so I can't whine and complain too much.
I mean, no, I still have time for a nap every once in a while.
That's surprising, actually, but I'm glad you do. Well, that's because you stay up all night and you get up early every day. It's, it's impossible. I don't know how you keep up that schedule.
Me neither.
All right, real quick before we jump into the stuff that I wanted to talk to everybody about, because there is some breaking news in the world of Jehovah's Witness child sex abuse. I first want to check and make sure that our sound levels are okay. Yep, I think we're all right. So, a lot of you already heard about the $35 million settlement that the Jehovah's Witnesses are having to pay because of child sex abuse in, where what was it, Montana?
Yes, it
Yeah.
was Montana.
So that's kind of old news by now. I got an article up here from September 27th that says Jehovah's Witnesses ordered by jury to pay 35 million to abuse survivor. The defendant said the church covered up her sexual abuse as a child at the hands of a congregation member. Two women were sexually abused as children, say the Jehovah's Witnesses failed to report their abuser to authorities in Montana, and instead expelled him from the congregation as punishment until he repented. So that's been all over the internet, but what is breaking news is a day ago, posted October 7th, because of that $35 million jury award, more cases are coming forward. I feel like we're about to see a domino effect. This was posted yesterday in NBC News. Jehovah's Witnesses use the Bible to victim shame, sex abuse survivor says. On the heels of a 35 million jury award to a woman who alleged the congregation mishandled her childhood abuse, other survivors say there's a pattern of cover-ups. Stacey, how do you want to do this? You want to just you want me to just read this whole thing first, or like, do you want to read parts of it? Do you have it up on your?
Yeah, yeah, I have it up on my computer. It's up to you if you get tired of reading it.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm gonna make you start it off, and we're gonna see how your reading skills are tonight.
It's still third grade. It's still third grade level.
Third grade level. Stop. All right.
Uh,
Whenever you're ready.
oh, so you want me to read it? Okay.
Yeah, just like, until the first break in the wording, and then I'll pick it up after that.
Okay. Just
Wait a minute. Where'd you go?
okay. Sorry. I'm here. Okay.
Oh, okay. Are you still there?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, read down
It's like,
until where it says related, and then I'll pick it up after that. You realize what we're doing? We're doing the old book study style right now.
oh God, don't say that. Grow up. Okay.
Hi, live
Uh,
chat. JW Primetime says, through my subwoofers, this sounds deep AF. Hi, Nina from
so,
Texas. Raquel.
oh, there they are.
Hi
I'm Deb.
from Los Angeles, California. Hi from Australia. Awesome. Okay, so yeah,
Okay.
whenever you're ready.
Okay. So it says she was 14, and at first the attention felt innocent, like any other friendly interaction Mariah Smith had with fellow Jehovah's Witnesses during worship meetings. Smith didn't think anything of the casual conversations she was having with Elihu Rodriguez, a 25-year-old man in her Seattle area congregation. when he started giving her gifts like new clothing and a cell phone. Smith, who was taught that through her religion that sex is only between a husband and a wife, did not think she was being groomed for sexual abuse. Smith says it was October 2012, 5 days before her 15th birthday, that Rodriguez had sex with her in the bedroom of their house she lived in, with her father, a respected Jehovah's Witness elder. More sexual abuse followed for the next 3 months, she said. Ridden by panic attacks, but ashamed and confused by what was happening, Smith didn't tell anyone, including her family, what was going on. I didn't understand anything really about sex, Smith, now 20, said. I also had the fear of disappointing God. Not only that, but I could potentially be shunned. The following year, Smith moved to Fairfield, Washington, although she still did not feel comfortable disclosing to her parents, who she says did ultimately cut off contact from her when they found out years later what she endured in her prior congregation. She worked up the courage to report it to the 3 elders at the Fairfield Kingdom Hall.
All right,
The
cool.
elders,
I'll pick it up from there.
okay.
I don't know if you see the break I was talking about, but I'm totally gonna pick it up from there.
Oh, it says related. Yeah, I see
Yeah.
that.
This is my show. No. All right, so it says the elders basically told me that it was my fault. They told me that I wasn't sorry enough to God for what I had done, said Smith, who has since left the religion and works in the Spokane, Washington area as an administrative assistant at a private medical company. They talked about putting Jehovah first, putting God first in your life, and I wasn't apparently doing that to their standards. How the Jehovah's Witnesses handle sex abuse claims. In the tight-knit Jehovah's Witness community, outsiders, including authorities, are often viewed suspiciously, according to religious scholars. As a result, accusations of any sort between members of the congregation are typically first dealt with through an internal judicial process, one that requires 2 witnesses to a crime to prove guilt, a tenet that's in keeping with the witnesses' strict, often literal interpretation of the Bible. The religion's handling of abuse claims has recently come under fire. In the past decade, there have been at least 30 lawsuits nationwide against the organization arising from its response to childhood sex abuse, and a jury award of $35 million on September 26 to a Montana woman who claimed the congregation covered up the abuse she suffered at the hands of a congregation member as a child, put a rare spotlight on the insular religion. In Smith's case, she said the elders she reported to privately reproved her. Jehovah's Witnesses' quiet way of denying wrongdoers in the congregation of certain privileges. Rodriguez was not punished, she said. Damn. Um, let's skip a little bit. Smith's allegations led to charges against Rodriguez. NBC News verified the details of her claims through charging documents filed in King County Superior Court in Washington in July. In addition to rape of a child and the third degree of what allegedly happened with Smith, Rodriguez was also charged with rape of a child in the second degree involving a 12 or 13-year-old Jehovah's Witness girl he allegedly had a relationship with around the same time. Am I on the same article? Yeah. Just
Yeah.
making sure. They're just really going in depth with the other case, I guess. But
Well, I think that that this is the same case.
oh, okay.
So the same guy that did this to
Oh, he
Smith,
was involved with another.
yeah. So he's a repeated
Oh,
offender,
so he's
which
a
most
repeat
sex
offender.
offenders are. Yeah.
Wow, I read this earlier, but I totally got confused just now. I'm glad you're here to keep me straight. The Office of Public Information at the World Headquarters Jehovah's Witnesses responded to last month's Montana jury verdict with a brief statement that said Jehovah's Witnesses abhor child abuse and strive to protect children from such acts, while adding it planned to appeal the $35 million fine. Jeez.
God.
Um, that's crazy. I don't know if I want
Yeah.
to like read this entire thing, but definitely check out NBC News and check out these articles about this this case. There's several cases here that are coming under fire with Jehovah's Witnesses. Other former Jehovah's Witnesses say they have experienced a pattern of covering up abuse to protect their religion's reputation dating back decades. There's no list of questions or protocols. These men are literally flying by the seat of their pants. They're not cops or welfare workers, said William Boehm, a former elder who now serves as an expert witness on how Jehovah's Witnesses operate with respect to allegations of sexual abuse. Bowen is also the national director of Silent Lambs, a victim support group where abuse survivors who have gotten kicked out of the religion anonymously share their stories. He says he has collected more than 1,000 stories on the website since he started it in 2001. Chessa Mannion? Hey, is that our Chessa?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she's a really awesome apostate. I think I've spoken with her a few times, like on Facebook or something. She's on YouTube and stuff too.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, Chessa Mannion, 29, describes the abuse she saw within the religious organization as systemic. She says she was raped by the teenage son of an elder in 1994 in Illinois when she was 5 years old. Oh my God. And when her parents told elders what had happened, their response was, "Let bygones be bygones for Jehovah's sake. Ooh, don't ruin his name by taking this public." Oh, wow. Yeah, that's disgusting. Okay, so answer me this, because let me see. Because now I'm all confused, and I'm really resting on your shoulders to clear this up for me. So Mariah Smith, in this article, is this the same person that the 35 million abuse case is about?
Not that I.
So this is
Not
a
that
new
I.
case. Yeah, that's right, because the original 35 million was to the two women. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely a new case. I just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure.
Yeah, I got confused too. I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember the
Well,
names of any of them.
it's worded kind of funny here. Like they kind of merged the two as one story. But yeah, this is definitely a breaking news story with this new case that's going to go to trial soon, which will be awesome if we hit the JWs with yet another $1 million
Another one.
lawsuit. Yeah, cool. I mean, as horrible as it is, you know?
Yeah. I mean, the, the light needs. God, I hate using trigger words, but the light needs to be, you know, brought to the. Oh God, I
You're
can't
not
remember
talking about the light getting brighter, are you?
No, no. Uh, the light shining on the darkness of
Yeah.
this evil,
Put a
sick
spotlight on the bastards,
cult.
absolutely.
Yeah, it's disgusting. They direct you to their website article. I don't know if you read that part yet. I
Did
think you
they?
did.
Where?
But well, they direct you. I think you did
Mm-hmm.
to the website article on how they feel about child sex abuse,
Oh yeah, and
and it's
their
complete
little, yeah,
lies.
it is lies. I saw that too. Their little statement for how they handle it, and they
Mhm.
always, you know, go to the police and shit. Yeah, right.
They're like, even though they're not obligated to, we tell them that they should. That's like that is
Mm,
so passive aggressive, saying,
right.
well,
Oh, that's right.
basically,
Cause they made a point to bring out how in some states they're not obligated to. You know,
yeah.
it's like, oh,
Oh,
some states were not obligated to turn in pedophiles, so you know.
right. Yeah, like putting that out there to tell everybody, well, they don't have to.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's such a snaky
It
thing to
is
do.
just like morally wrong, just disgusting. How can they claim to be God's people and following Jesus and all this bullshit? Like they.
Hmm. And I thought it was cool that I had you on tonight because I mean this kind of stuff is why you get so fired up when you're doing your JW car crashes, I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah. Especially the elders. They're so full of their power and their um, they love that. they have this headship crap,
Mm-hmm.
and they lord it over people, and they make decisions about their they make big decisions about other people's lives,
Mm-hmm.
and they're toilet scrubbers, asking people these disgusting questions, and
Yeah.
I think one of the big reasons too I get so fired up is because obviously I have kids, and when I was in the cult, I legitimately trusted everybody because I thought that Jehovah won't let them do anything bad. That's blasphemy. How could that be impossible? And so, like, I would have trusted people to
Mm-hmm.
watch my kids. And so I'm really glad that I got out. And that's why I always yell when I go into Kingdom Halls, like, because he's a mother who's actually really, really loves her kids isn't going to ignore that message.
Yeah. And there's a couple things I wanted to say about all this whole situation, and it would be this that I understand from a Jehovah's Witness standpoint how it would be easy to make excuses for all these child sex abuse cases and be like, oh, these are isolated incidents. Most of the time the elders handle these cases appropriately, and I'm sure a lot of these cases do get turned over to the authorities, because they don't see how many lawsuits there are that are going down. But my counter argument to that is in our society today, a normal, healthy family who's not involved with this religious cult, if there's a case of child sex abuse within their family, there is no filter that they have to go through before they call the police. That just doesn't happen. They don't have like this group of people that they need to consult with first. They take action or they don't. But when you're a member of Jehovah's Witness organization, you have this extra step that you have to take and all these other considerations that need to be made before you take action or think of the best interest of your kid. And they are, well, how is this going to reflect Jehovah? I should
Yes,
consult the
exactly.
elders first. They're always the first people that these parents go to when these
Mm-hmm.
situations happen. And so it's putting the entire welfare of these children and other children at risk, because instead of parents going straight to the police and handling the situation, they've got this filter that they have to go through. And whether or not the elders handle it appropriately or not, it shouldn't exist. This paradigm should not exist where parents first have to consider the elders before they start to take care of the well-being
Mm-hmm.
of their kids and the other kids in the community, other kids in the congregation. And that's why they lose so many of these lawsuits. The Jehovah's Witnesses lose a lot of these lawsuits because these men have put themselves in a position to run family units, essentially. And when parents come to them and these cases are not handled properly and they're negligent and other kids are affected by it as well, then of course they're gonna have to pay money out. And it's all in the interest of keeping things quiet and keeping these stories out of the paper.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because
It's all about image.
oh, absolutely. I mean, obviously there's thousands of these cases that don't get reported, and fortunately, a few brave souls later in life develop the courage to come forward and to press charges, and those are the only ones we hear about. But can you imagine all the other thousands of kids who are molested within the organization who are either still Jehovah's Witnesses or they faded, got disfellowshipped, and just are trying to move on, don't want to think about it. They could
Yeah.
be, they might still be indoctrinated. They're just not in the truth anymore. Of the truth. Oh God.
Oh God.
Ugh, I haven't made that mistake in years. I cannot believe that just came out of
We're
my
gonna have to
mouth.
do some de indoctrination or just unbrainwashing. I think we're getting stuff. back in.
I think you're right. I guess I guess I've been reading too much JW stuff recently, but I can't help it. I'm all fired up again. There was a time here recently where I was, for the most part, keeping a distance and not paying attention to like JW World, but I don't know. I'm all fired up. We got all these haters and trolls that got me like really, just I don't know, fired up. Like, by the way, there are some fake vast apostate
Oh
army
yeah.
like profiles and YouTube channels and Twitter accounts out there. They're it's hilarious, but just pay attention to what you're doing because a lot of them aren't actual people who are trying to represent the vast apostate army.
Yeah.
Quite the
So trying
opposite.
to go
They're
against the cause, so against the progress.
Yeah,
It's really fucked up. Sad.
yeah, and I want to take this opportunity just to quickly say that to remind people that the vast apostate army is it's a symbol. It's not a group of people. I mean, there is a definite group of people who proudly represent the vast apostate army, but when this thing started, the VAA was literally just a symbol to piss off the Jehovah's Witnesses. Like that's how this thing started. And it's ridiculous for anyone out there to look at the thoughts and actions of one person and say, "Oh, is this what the VAA is all about?" Because no, that's an individual, and you can't say that about everyone who's ever flown the symbol of the VAA. That's ridiculous. So
Yeah.
I just wanted
I
to
don't. I don't
reiterate that.
recall ever signing up or um, paying any kind of membership fees or anything
Did you
like
get your
that.
member
Just
card yet? Because it might be
I'm
revoked.
still waiting for it. It might be revoked. I'm gonna have to write my letter of disassociation from the VAA if y'all make me.
All right, let's not
Get my
ignore
tattoo
the.
removed.
Oh,
My
Oh,
tattoo
that's
removed.
right. You got a tattoo. So man, yeah, we really gotta make sure the VAA goes on
Yeah.
strong. Otherwise, you're gonna have that
Right.
patch of skin you're gonna have to surgically remove or something.
That's like I enjoy just saying that. I mean, it's great to go up to the carts and have like that familiar term
Hmm.
and tell them, we're coming for you. Instead of saying a bunch of ex Jehovah's
I
Witnesses are going to
know.
come and talk to you about apostate things, just say that's apostate army is coming.
And that's the whole point, Stacy. I'm glad you said that. Like, it's literally just a way that apostates can show a united front because that's what's intimidating to them. I
Right,
mean,
yeah.
one of the most annoying things that the JWs like to throw in your face is how they're united and how they're all over the world. Yeah,
And
well,
they
guess
control how
what?
everybody acts
Yeah, yeah. Well,
for
guess.
their own image.
But y- wait, what was I
Sorry. Well,
saying?
I kept interrupting you. You said, well, guess what? And then now
Well,
we're all
guess
like
what?
excited to know and you forgot.
Guess what? I forgot. No. Uh, but no, the whole thing is we have started fighting fire with fire, and that's what the VAA was always about, is showing a united front. Um, Now we are a group of people who are literally all over the world, as the London protest beautifully demonstrated. Luis and Jess and Laura and Chris and Neil, they did such a fantastic job with the London protest, and
Yeah,
um,
really
and that's
awesome.
what the
I'm
VAA is all
super
about.
grateful to them for doing all that.
I
I
love I love how
I
you
put up with a lot.
I love how you said that. You're like, oh, going up to a car. Oh, well, we're just a bunch of ex Jehovah's Witnesses, because that's effective,
I
right?
mean, that is what basically what we are, but like it's so much easier to just be like,
VAA.
hey, it's coming for you. We have our eyes on you. We know what you mean.
Oh my
So
God,
yeah.
you're amazing. Um, let's not ignore the live chat anymore.
Sorry,
Let's see.
guys. My kids are in bed, but I still hear them like whispering. So
You may have to. Well, we'll end it. We'll end it. But I just
no,
want
no,
to.
it's fine. They're going to sleep. They need to go to sleep.
Let's read a few live chat comments though. King of Fader says, "Have you guys seen the new Ezekiel book?"
Wait,
No,
how far did you scroll up?
I really far up.
Oh, the new Ezekiel book. That's the one that talks about the King of the North. I think it had something to do with that. Oh, it's
Oh, did
disgusting. Yeah.
they really name Russia as the King of the North, or is that fake news?
I'm not sure about that one, but Trisha posted a caption from the book, and it was talking about how Joe was going to have an explosion of anger on each individual person and slaughter. I don't know, some kind of really
Sounds like
courageous.
something Jehovah would
Sounds
do.
loving. I know, right?
That's classic Jehovah right there.
Typical Jehovah behavior.
Trisha Fringia said, "Yep, that's our
Trisha.
Chessa." Talking about Chessa. Hi Trisha, you're the best. Um, Darth Guido says, "Hey Parker and Stacy, thank you."
Where are
Um,
you? I'm like trying to
I
catch up.
scrolled way up because I wanted to catch
Okay.
up on everything going on. Do, 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 do,
Hi, everybody. There. I covered everybody.
do. I scrolled too far up. There's like a lot of comments that I wasn't expecting. Dude State Project says, "Hey VAA, this is great to have a live show Monday. Thanks." Yeah, this is kind of like spur of the moment. We just decided to throw this up. Um,
Any luck
oh,
talking to
Lori.
JW? Hi, Lori.
Lori Watts says, "Hey VAA friends, Nebraska in the house."
Marshall Villager asked about if we had any luck talking to JWs about the Montana verdict, and I did talk to an elder about it, and he ignored me. They didn't show any emotion at all. They act like they didn't care when I tried to tell them. Yep, exactly.
Well, I mean that's pretty par for the course, right? I mean,
Especially with the elders. The elders are just the worst because they know. And,
I,
I mean,
I love watching your channel because all these car crashes that you've done, they always behave and respond the same, which is to like ignore you and just say jw.org. Um,
yeah.
it's really sad. Like the cult groupthink is really on display. Like every time you go on campus and find them at their carts and everything.
And I mean, it's really boring sometimes for me because I don't get anything out of them. And, um, you know, but it's still, like you said, it's still like exposing the cult behavior.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that. One of my latest crashes, whenever I I asked one of my classmates to go up and ask him what the Bible really teaches. and he went up to him and said, "Excuse me, sir, what does the Bible really teach?" And that elder pointed to the sign on his cart and said, "jw.org."
That's what it teaches. Did you know
Yeah.
that jw.org is mentioned 378 times in the Bible?
Yep.
But no,
Apparently,
go
won't be
ahead.
long before they add it in there.
Yeah, the next Bible will be bronze, and it will have jw.org all throughout it.
It might be blue.
The blue sword.
Yeah, it won't even say Holy Bible on the front. It'll say jw.org.
Oh God, that's disgusting. I was just gonna say that watching these car crashes that you do, I think is so important because, um, I mean, I'm not. I've made the mistake of accidentally making it sound like I look down on other forms of activism, and I really don't.
How dare you?
But I just get excited about kart crashing and Kingdom Hall crashing and that sort of thing because it's brand new. I mean, this is a brand new wave of activism that's really not been done, at least not with the technology that we
Yes.
have now with YouTube and live streaming. We legitimately have blazed a
Well,
brand new trail here, guys.
well,
And
as oh, go
go
ahead. Sorry.
go ahead. I just get on a rant and I can't shut up, but what were you
Well,
gonna say?
I don't think it's brand new. I think sharing it for
Mm-hmm.
the world to see.
Okay, so I'm not really sure what happened. I think my internet dipped out for a minute there. Um, we need to kind of wrap this up anyway. Stacy, are you still there? My dear, I think I've lost her. Alright. Well, anyways, basically what I was saying is that it's a brand new frontier of activism. exposing these people how they behave. Live streaming is a recent, fairly recent thing, especially on YouTube. In fact, that technology had just really gotten off the ground. I want to say like a year before Warwick. So honestly, it is an exciting time, and these are exciting things that we're doing on the front lines, confronting Jehovah's Witnesses, showing them what they don't know, trying to have conversations with them, but more importantly, sharing around the world how they behave, how they speak, and how they shun, and how rude they are, and how this cult think is a real thing. Because there's a definite difference between reading it and seeing it for yourself. And I don't mean to downplay anybody else's activism, but obviously I'm proud of the ones that we are blazing a trail for. So, all right, let me see if I can call her back just so she can say goodbye. Call failed. That's so tragic. Oops, no, don't want to do that. Oh. Life is misery. Alright, here we go.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay, I guess you want to take a break?
Yes, I wanted to take a break. No, I don't know. My computer got too hot or something. But we do need to wrap it up. So I basically just called you so that you could say goodbye to the viewers.
Oh, okay. Well, goodbye, viewers. Thank you for listening and tuning in and sharing your 2 cents. Sorry that if we missed any comments.
Very good. Yeah, they're still ripping each other's throats out on the live chat there, but
They are.
oh yeah, it's absolute chaos in there. There's cannibalism on full display.
Carnage.
That's something Joel started a long time ago at the Vast Apostate Hour. He's like, oh my gosh, the live chat's doing human sacrifices with each other. Anyways. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up, but thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll do more live streams and such in the future. Have other people on. Not that Stacy wasn't great, but you know, we need other people too sometimes.
Somebody else. Next.
Next. Alright guys.
God, Harvey, I'm gonna go throw up after this whole entire stream. For
Why?
many reasons.
Because all the
No, Harvey Logan just said closing prayer.
oh God, Harvey Logan, what are you
Your
doing?
words.
What are you doing? No, we
It's
are
too
not
close to
doing that.
bedtime. I'm gonna have nightmares.
We do have a closing song. No, we don't actually. Sorry.
Oh, Parker, you're making it worse.
All right. Good
We're all
night, everybody.
deranged. Okay, good night.